union, you see, that I might know him. That means be in union with him. When I'm in union with him, I will know his ways. I will know his mind. I will have his power, you see, and I'll live from him because he is our life, just like we said. All right. And the power of his resurrection. We will know the power of his resurrection. It's not our resurrection. It's the resurrected Christ that's within us is the power of our life, you see. And the fellowship of his suffering. His suffering. Wow, his suffering. I thought, how am I going to know the fellowship? That means togetherness of his suffering. This is talking about not only being in union with the power of his resurrection, but also we're having co-fellowship with his suffering so we can co-suffer with him. Wow. And fill up those things that which are behind in the body of Christ. What does that mean? Well, we are his body. He is the head. We are the body that's still on this earth. You see? So, and the suffering that we suffer is his suffering in us. It says that. It says the fellowship of his suffering. So when you really know that you know him, and he, you, that you are one with him, then you realize that it's not just you alone suffering. Like we always say, why does God do this to me? Why does he put me through this? Why me? Why me? It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about Christ laying his life down through us for others, so that others might come through, you see. Because that's what he always does. You see, it says it in Romans 8, and I'm going to go to Romans 8 too, but I want you to...
Well, as you're looking, and you're saying that, so it's really the sufferings of Christ.
It's the sufferings of Christ.
And we're privileged to bear them. We're privileged to bear them and suffer those things, but it is the sufferings of Christ, and that suffering is redemptive for others.
That's why Christ comes again in us to lay his life down and take it up again.
Yeah.
That's what it means to take up his cross and follow him.
Well, and that's why I just saw this. That's why you rejoice in suffering.
Yes,
because it's redemptive for everybody else that you're bearing.
So well said, Sharon.
Yay.
So well said.
It's a second look, as you say, on suffering, because we don't like suffering.
No, we don't. But if we can know in verse 18 of Romans 8 that I reckon the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us. Okay, in us, yes, moving us from glory to glory, but really interceding for others and bringing glory in others as well. Because it also says this in chapter 8 of Romans, that it says this. Yes, in verse 35, starting with 35, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, shall distress, persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? For it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. See that? You see that? We live in the devil's world, and he never stops trying to stop us and, put us down. And of course, he accuses us day or night before the throne. You see, we're the ones that have to shut him up inside ourselves, because we say, Satan, you have no power, because the blood of the Lamb has destroyed the power that you had over us, and the resurrection has given us now the new life to have the authority to say you have no power, you see. But the devil never gives up, but it says that we're going to be slaughtered just like lambs, just like he was, you see. So suffering is it's a redemptive part of our life, moving us from glory to glory. But more than that, it's not really about us. It's really about the redemption of others. that others might come into Christ, that others might know who they are, that others might know what it means to be an